Hi, my name is Jakira Bolden, and today I want to talk about why the legal age for alcohol consumption shouldn't be decreased to 18. Ultimately, by keeping the law where it is, it saves lives. Statistically speaking, it saves roughly 900 to 1,000 lives per year by keeping that age where it is. Why? Because it's deterrent. But before we go too far into that, let's back up. Let's talk about the effects of alcohol. The effects of alcohol on the body can vary, but most of the time, what you'll get is slow. Everything slows down. Your speech slows down. Your movement slow down. Why? Because it's a downer. From that, it also affects your behavior, your cognitive ability, your mood. Um, Everything's affected by it. So now, when you take teenagers who are still mentally and physically developing and you input alcohol into that, it's a recipe for disaster. Teenagers are not fully functioned. That's a part of the reason our insurance for teenagers is higher. They're more of a risk. It's more of a liability. So why not protect our kids by limiting the age? It doesn't hurt to make them wait a little bit longer. That legal age acts as a deterrent. It's kind of a scare tactic for some of them because it's like, oh, I don't want to break the law by going ahead and drinking when I know I'm not supposed to be. But even if they do, studies show that teenagers let's back up, children who start drinking and consuming alcohol at a young age develop habits and they develop alcohol misuse problems. And then later on, it could lead to severe medical heart disease. Everything can go downhill just by giving these kids alcohol at a young age. Let's also discuss why. Why is it imperative for us to allow these children to drink alcohol? So in about the 1970s, around the time of the Vietnam War, when they started enlisting 18-year-olds, they're like, you know what? If they're old enough to serve in the war, they should be old enough to drink. They're not. The simple fact is they're not. You're taking a non-fully developed brain and impairing it by alcohol. That's a recipe for disaster. DUIs are happening so often. And this is in fully grown adults who are capable of making decisions. Now, throw a teenager in who thinks, my life is hanging on the balance right now because I got to be in school. Throw alcohol on top of that, the emotional instability. You throw alcohol on top of that. Again, it's a recipe for disaster. Statistics shows by keeping that age at 21, you save about 900 to 1,000 lives per year. I actually had a friend who passed away due to a teenage drunk driver. My friend was in the vehicle with 5 other people, and all of them but one perished in that accident. By that, not just 5, but 6 lives were lost. Not only do you have a teenager now going to prison, but that teenager also has to live with the fact that they murdered 5 people by being impaired. So why not just limit this and stop it from happening by keeping the age at 21? That is my spiel. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thank you. Have a good night.